you've strayed away from God, you've fallen into sin, you feel like you can't get out, or you've, turned away from God. Because before this, if you don't know, Simon had actually denied Jesus 3 different times. And then Jesus asked him, "Do you love me?" 3 different times. And what Jesus is doing here is he is restoring Simon Peter back to him. So I want you to think about this. Peter, a man who had such great boldness, such great faith that he would step out on the water with Jesus when he walked on water, had denied Jesus 3 times. And what Jesus is doing here is he's restoring him back to him. And what he's also doing is he's getting Peter to focus back on the mission that he has for him, to shepherd his sheep, to feed his people, to feed his lambs, which just means to lead the people. Jesus told Peter that he would build his church upon this rock, and Peter would be a leader in that. And if you've ever read through the book of Acts, it talks about, the apostles building the early church and growing the kingdom of God and people growing to follow Jesus. And so Peter, the same man that just denied Jesus, is restored, and he later on does some amazing things for God. Jesus restores him, and he leads him by his Spirit later on to be super bold, tell people about Jesus, lead the people, and he dies the same sort of death that Jesus dies. He was crucified on a cross, upside down. And so maybe that's you today. Maybe you need to be restored back to God, and he's freely offering that. He asks us, do we love him more than the things of this world? Do we love him more than this, more than that? And our answer, our desire should be yes. And if that's, maybe you know in your heart that you don't love him more than that, ask the Lord to desire that. And I promise you, just as he restored Peter and just as he led Peter to desire him, he can lead you to do that as well. And so redirect your focus to Jesus, and he will restore you. He will lead you back to him, and he'll redirect your focus to the purposes that he has for your life, just like he did for Simon Peter.